Hit the touch the screen, thinking that my MacBook it's one of those touch screens, but it's not. Listen, it's been a hot minute since I've done a vlog, right? So here we are. Let me get a more flattering view if I can get one. I'm hanging out with the dog. You know, he he went for a walk with my husband, and yet as soon as I come into the house, he comes running down the stairs and boops the leash. Okay, so he's he is so hooked on going for walks with me. I really love that. Hold on a second. Someone's sending me a message. Stand by. Oh. I don't know if I'm supposed to like share my story on here. I think I have kind of shared, how I came about as far as a vlogger and where I came up with my handle name, I think. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's, someone was like, you got to come up with a catchy name. And I was like, I'm from Boston and I'm a chick. Bam. That's how that name was born. But me as a person as a whole, without like going too deep into like the nitty-gritty of everything, I'll just say that like my life wasn't easy. But whose is, right? Whose life is easy? Come on. Tell me at least one person that can honestly say they've had an easy life. Right? I bet you not a single one of you could, unless you were born into money or whatever, you know? And are you happy? Don't answer that. If I ever won the Mega Millions, oh my goodness, I'd be giving it away. I shouldn't be saying that because then everybody will be coming out of the woodworks. And if I ever won, I'm not going to say a damn thing to anybody. So don't you worry about it. Yeah, I mean, my life was a challenge from the moment I was born. You know? And, with all of those things that we go through, I always tell everybody that your struggles, whether you were an orphan or you were abused, however, any way you were abused, right? And you don't want to, as you're older, I feel like I'm fumbling over my words here. I'm trying to make a point. I'm saying that, like, in my lifetime, growing up, I have gone through a lot of struggles, a lot of challenges. It wasn't easy for me, and I grew up young, as as many Gen Xers probably did, can relate to that, right? Latchkey kids, that was just what we did. We just kind of had to adapt and figure it out, because no one was figuring it out for us. Not all the time. I mean, I think I had some people that were watching out for me. No, I know I did. I mean, I knew I could go to my grandmother's if I needed a hot bowl of soup and a Portuguese roll, and just hang out with her, watch her clean, and no conversation had to be had. I've told that story many times to people. I think it's just the most beautiful story. Being able to go someplace where you feel safe and comfortable and not even have to give an explanation on why you're there. Just eat soup, right? But yeah, through all my struggles, I always felt the need to push forward from myself, you know. I didn't feel that it was I'd be doing myself a disservice if I gave up on things and just stayed idle and did nothing, right? And hi honey. The dog wants my attention. He wants me to probably take him for a walk. And I'm going to do that after I chat with you. But everything that I've done over my lifetime and anything that I have said I'm going to do, I do it. And I follow through with it. I think it's probably because of how my dad raised me. And when I say my dad, I say the one that raised me, not the one that I share DNA with. A parent doesn't have to be blood related to be a parent. I'm a firm believer in that. I feel like this whole conversation is all over the board, but I'm getting to a point here that my life, although there were a lot of struggles and a lot of emotional moments where I was overwhelmed and said to myself, I can't do this. I didn't let it consume me. I just followed through with it, even if it took me a long time to adapt. I just functioned. I mean, we were living on our own, age 18, 19, working 2 jobs each, me and my soon-to-be husband at that time. We've been married for almost 30 years. Yeah, it's been 30 years. But we were working to make sure that we had a roof over our head and food in the cabinets. And we were just humble to have what we had, you know. And then the kids started to come along, and I put school on the back burner for a little bit. But my children are my blessings. Each one of them. We didn't have a lot of money, but we made it work. You know. I made sure that we made it work somehow. Even if dinner was hot dogs and beans. I used to cut the hot dogs up, fry them up, and throw the beans in the pan. My kids loved that stuff. Or American chop suey. Things like that. Soups. I didn't have to cook all the time because my husband, he's a good cook too. But we made it work with what we had. And now here we are, out in Colorado. Never would have thought I would drive cross country and move to another state out west, and here we are in this beautiful home. I get to see the mountains every day. I have a really good job. I just feel like at one point, I felt like I was out of my element. I've adapted. I worked hard to get where I'm at. And I am grateful for every day that I get up and I function and I go to work and see my coworkers and I'm productive. Who's texting me? Hold on a minute. Stand by. Yeah, I always wanted to be a nurse. And I don't think that was in the cards. You got to go through nursing school, and I'm not saying that I'm too old to go, because there are people my age going back to school. So maybe I will. That'll be my next goal. Go to nursing school and be a nurse. Be a nurse practitioner. But right now, I'm a scheduling manager for a home health aid company, and I'm really happy there because I feel like I am appreciated there, respected. Not only by my peers at work, but the home health aides. I feel like, they look for my advice, and I love that. One of them shared a picture of their horse that had a baby this morning, and that really, really cheered me up. I was having kind of a sad morning, and that literally perked me right up. It's the little things that kind of mean a lot. So here we are, 14 minutes in. Who's going to watch this? Look at the grays. Look at those. Look at all those grays. I'm going to go get my hair cut this weekend, I think. When I start clipping it up, that's when it's time to do something with it. I'm not really getting into my whole struggle background because I don't feel comfortable talking about it on a big platform like this. I just want to say this one thing though about my struggles is that I never harbored any ill towards anyone or anything for anything that I've endured over my life. I thank them and I forgive them. And I always say to myself, there's a reason why we go through these things, because it makes us humble, it makes us more compassionate people, empathetic people, and more grateful for what we have. And on that note, I'm going to end this vlog. And I'm going to go take this dog for a walkie because he is literally running in circles. Have a good one. Bye-bye. I touched the screen again like I was going to be able to turn it off.